we're at winners, or no, sorry, losers finals right now. Such a big game. This is for second place at this point, and the right, nay, the honor to rematch Ravioli, because Ravioli has already eliminated everybody remaining in the tournament right now. Don Salvatore has been looked damn undefeatable so far, if not for a single snafu against a certain substitute Multiscolar, he'd probably be sitting in the winners finals right now. So we'll see how they manage right now. Here we go. Don Salvatore versus Issa. Steel, again, it's a safe pick versus Dragon. So obvious advantage goes to Steel against Dragon. It's a famous counter. However, a lot's going to come down to this Ferrothorn for sure, because without Ferrothorn, Dracovish just sweeps. Kind of 6-0 actually, depending on if the Excadrill is Scarf themselves. Hydreigon looks super threatening too, of course. It's got Flamethrower. It'd be a huge problem. Ferrothorn, not the matchup they want to see here. There's a good chance of a substitute right now. On the Heatran, we will see. Yeah, this is troublesome. Probably not a nasty plot. I'm gonna just guess they go for one Dark Pulse here. We do see go no, all caps. Nasty plot here is actually no. That makes way more sense. I was wrong. Yep, good play. Skarmory gets 2 KO by Dark Pulse. Body Press will break this, of course, but they've already lost an important Pokemon turn 1. Oh, it's Whirlwind, even better than the Body Press. So Kyurem comes in, it can easily go for an Ice Beam or whatever. You can even go Egg Slash, fearing Focus Blast. Freeze Dry is interesting, so that suggests it doesn't have any Ice Beam attack, actually. So that means they're probably Earth Power, Freeze Dry, Meteor, Focus Blast. I like it. You don't necessarily need the extra power from Ice Beam to break effectively. Ferrothorn, likely hazards here. I would imagine spikes with the Heatran possessing rocks. In which case you go to your Hydreigon again. Hydreigon, you're risking the Leech Seed. It's to substitute Kyurem. Okay. That explains the Freeze Dry even better, actually. It can probably beat this Ferrothorn 1v1. No, it won't. Unless it's Power Whip. If it's Gyro Ball or Body Press. But Ferrothorn's going for it here. Getting up all the hazards, which are going to be very impactful here. Hydreigon sees a free opportunity to switch in because there's no chance of an attack that turn. There's either Protect or a Spike there. It's a really heads-up switch right there. You're going to Nasty Plot straight up. Melmetal comes in. Gets hit with that big hit there. Flinches. That's huge. Issa loses their mind in the chat. It's actually really funny. You just see the spam on the keyboard. That's 2 KO. This is such an important matchup. The fact that they stayed in risk that was actually really buck wild. Skarmory's a sack now. That, like, Excadrill's probably Scarf and will do some damage. That could be the game right there, that flinch. That flinch could honestly end it right now. Heatran can't really break it when it's substitute. Excadrill is going to get hit by one Flamethrower and die. They need their own flinch from an Iron Head right now. I can see why Issa, despite bringing Steel against Dragon, said that they wanted a different matchup here, because Hydreigon kind of goes in. I didn't really talk about Hydreigon much when I talked about my Mono Dragon sort of video, but this is a tough one. They don't get the flinch. In fact, they get a crit on the Dark Pulse. I think they would have killed anyways. I think that's it. Honestly, unless Heatran can pull out a miracle right now. That's a really crazy swing. Hydreigon looks scary at lead matchup. I thought the Dracovish would be more impactful. I thought it would come a lot more down to playing around the Ferrothorn here. But, wow. Easy 2 KO on Hydreigon here. Oh, Heatran will live this. So, it's going to be another substitute. I think they recover enough to, yeah. Oh, no. This is no good. This is no good. So, Issa versus Ravioli Kid, Grand Finals. Ravioli, I know you're here in the chat. Hope you remute it. Good luck to you. Hope you can take home the $15 here. Ferrothorn gets a big lead seed off. Hold on. Egg Slash Sweep 6-0. Egg Slash 6-0 in the works. It's possible. It's not possible. Double Protect. Pog. Can we see a Triple Protect? Maybe we see the Triple Protect. You probably sacked the Melmetal here. Yeah. Hold on a second here. If Egg Slash wins this game off of a triple protect into a double protect, I will cry laughing. Oh. Why did they protect there? Flex? Wow. That was a crazy game. So here we go. Grand Finals. All of the marbles. $15 on the line. Our very own Ravioli Kid versus Issa. A true competitor in their own right. I gotta scroll up so far to find the Grand Finals game because it's been such a huge bracket. Ravioli Kid, I hope you stayed sharp while enjoying the stream with us here. Do we see another bracket reset? You never know. Everybody send Ravioli your your bird ups for support. See a couple bird ups in chat, please. Oh, Issa lost. That's right. I'm sorry. My apologies. Don Salvatore versus Ravioli. The rematch of the winners finals. Again, Don Salvatore, it almost felt like a gimmicky game. We just got smoked by Moltres Galar. So this is an exciting rematch here. Here we go. Ravioli, give me the formioli. Kid versus Don Salvatore. Here we go. Grand Finals. Set one, everyone. Mono flying, the classic from a Ravioli Kid. A safe matchup versus a very safe Mono balanced water. Also a classic from Don Salvatore this tournament. I don't really like or dislike any singular matchup in this team. However, Thunderous Therian, wow, if they get up a nasty plot, they could do some Demoglio. I'm going to guess there's two Scarfers in this team between these two. Could be a Banded Dracovish, you never know. I'm going to predict that it's a Scarf Dracovish too. So they can revenge kill the Tornadus, but they can't swap into it, that's for sure. Swampert, if there's any Grass Knot coverage, which I believe there was, can't swap into it. So here we go. As a lead, it's hard to say no to Tornadus right now. I'm sorry, Thunderous. However, one of these two Scarfers seems very likely. I think there's Zapdos Galar here. Whether it's Banded or not is anyone's guess. I'm gonna guess no. Mantines normally have a lot of physical defense that they can handle. Dracovish just fine. You want to see a U-turn, so maybe that is a Scarfer. So now they can easily counterpick and go to their own Thunderous Therian. Again, nobody swaps into this thing. Your best bet is Swampert, but Swampert gets Grass Knotted. So you have to pretty much pick a sack right now. This is tough. I mean, you have a couple neutralities. By a couple, I mean one in Dracovish, and Dracovish is no defensive answer to Thunderous here. Tapu Fini will get one hit in. A Scald Burn would be actually pretty nice. They get it. So that's awesome. If you have a Protect user on this team, which I doubt, then maybe you can handle it. Volcanion will probably be able to beat Thunderous too. That investment suggests to me that a big Spadef monster like Volcanion can probably take a hit here too. Grass Knot, good coverage there. We'll see. I'm going to guess Volcanion or one of their Scarfers come out right now. The problem with one of their Scarfers, though, is it invites in Mantine. So you either take the hit on Volcanion or you just go for the 50-50 here. I like Thunder Punch under Shifu, but you can also beat Mantine with close combat if you have a Future Sight support in the back. So that's always my problem when I was running these teams, is I couldn't beat Mantine. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Calling out the double switch in the most dramatic fashion. Oh my gosh. This matchup just blew wide open. Mantine is the only answer you have right now. Everyone else takes huge damage here. You could go for like a setup on like one of these two, but oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Don Salvatore looking angry from winners finals, looking mad, looking hungry. Oh my gosh. Ravioli Kid rolling right now. It is a 50-50 in that situation with a double switch because you don't want to, stay in on Mantine and Scald and give a free swap in for like, I guess, slow, bro. It's not the end of the world. Here comes Zapdos Galar. Seems to be Scarf from what we've seen so far. I would not risk a U-turn after getting smoked like that. There's not a lot of easy swap ins. Slowbro is probably taking 30-40%. But Slowbro might teleport afterwards. You do lose momentum if you Brave Bird on the Slowbro. Bit risky. Dawn has to win twice. That's correct. Yes, generic. Yeah. So how it's going to work here is Dawn is swinging for the fences right now because they know they need to win twice in order to win the whole tournament. Normally, we'd never see any bracket resets. Lately, it's been bracket reset city. The loser's final player has won several times so far. Here comes this evil substitute Moltres Galar right now. Missing a big Hurricane, though, on the flip turn on the Roar instead. Big pick. I bet Don Salvatore included that Roar just because of this evil little matchup. But here's going to come Zapdos Galar. Likely another U-turn on a possible Rocks. So I might even go to Mantine if I were them. You're risking Toxic, but Toxic plus Roar strikes me as unlikely. So this way you prevent Rocks from going up. You can defog here easily. You lose momentum, but Rocks staying off the field as a mono flying user would be quite helpful, of course. Volcanion coming in. I guess no Toxic on Mantine because they're going to swap out here. Oh, on the Toxic. That makes way more sense. Yep. Flamethrower, though, on the Volcanion. Volcanion not so essential in this matchup, and that Leech is going to be really handy. And that's going to be back up like 70% after this turn, unless they swap out. Great play. Slowbro, if they get a burn here with Scald on the Celesteela, to be huge, because Leftovers recovery is a huge part of how Celesteela works. But Yawn is great too. But not on this Zapdos Galar, because it's a free U-turn here. Unlikely another Yawn, I'm going to guess. We'll see, right? Teleport instead. Keep up with the momentum there. Free Volcanion swap. Swampert is the choice instead here. Opting for Rocks into a flip turn, I guess. Okay with giving Celesteela a ton of health back. I bet Celesteela Leech Seeds here on the raw switch, and they get that right. Yeah, good play from them. Back up to full. They took a lot from that Flamethrower earlier, but they're back up to full. Free to answer it going forward here. Leftovers Moltres Galar. Come back in, close to that Berserk range. That's going to be a free Dracovish or Urshifu here. The lack of Dracovish representation so far almost suggests that they're banded. So, but here you can go to Urshifu because close combat still hits Mantine decently hard here. They haven't got a chance to leverage a Future Sight fork with the Urshifu Rapid Strike, but any chance they do to do so would break even a Mantine. So that's huge. There's the Berserk swap here. No substitute is going to be possible at this point thanks to the U-turn. Swampert takes a ton right now. They were afraid of a possible setup sweep sort of thing there. It's going to work. Another Hurricane miss, though. At this point, I'd be just fiery wrathing, man. You got to hit at this point. Lando comes in on the Slowbro. Rocks go up. That's a big trade for them. Kind of prevent all the crazy pivoting that Don's been doing so far. So despite that nasty play on the Thunderous, it is still far from a lost game. This is crazy. Poseidon comes back in here on the Urshifu. Mantine's still a great answer. Urshifu's not being quick to press close combat. They're almost halfway through their Surging Strikes PP at this point anyways. Toxic on the Mantine. Big swing on the Defog. Of course, Defogs are way more important for Ravioli Kid than they are for Don Salvatore, so they're probably glad to get that off. Actually, Don Salvatore doesn't even have a Defogger, and then Tapu Fini's dead. Nope, never mind. Volcanion can Defog too. That's actually likely the Defogger because Tapu Fini is way more important stuff to do here. In terms of swap ins, you're limited. Volcanion's a really tough one. They can just chill against your Mantine all day. Celesteela gets burnt or flamethrowered. Same goes for Zapdos Galar, Landorus Therian, even Moltres Galar. So this is Volcanion just sticking to their guns here. They're just going to keep clicking flamethrower right now. I guess they're going to sack the Mantine possibly to get in a free swap into the Volcanion. They decide that the Mantine's the least important one. I'm not sure if I would have agreed with that. They do get Landorus in on a flamethrower. It takes so much damage though. Ravioli Kid's got to get something going pretty soon or else they're in trouble. That helps. They're expecting a U-turn and it's going to kill. I think that might have been a crit because a max HP Volcanion only takes 99% from a Scarf EQ. Thunder Punch is revealed on Urshifu after all this time. I was wondering if they did that. So that means no Aqua Jet, which makes sense because you're already scarfed. It makes total sense. Slowbro coming in on the Moltres Galar here. As we're going to see Urshifu come back in now. On the substitute, Surging Strikes will break that very easily. Well played by Dawn there. Very heads up. Zapdos Galar taking huge damage right now. At more than half right now. Great patience not revealing the Thunder Punch so early. I totally agree, Lugan there. That's crazy. Zapdos taking almost more damage all told than Slowbro is from that Brave Bird. Another pivot. The pressure's insane. However, Celesteela is going to be hard to break in general. except for that whole full health Dracovish they still got. So Dracovish is still not coming in on another lead seed. They're keeping everyone chipped. They're going to teleport with Slowbro to get an easy swap in with the Dracovish. Swampert instead. Interesting. I would have got the Dracovish there. They flipped her instead to Slowbro again. They're going to reset that whole situation here. I don't see why they did that whole situation. Teleport here, I'm going to imagine. Why not Dracovish? I guess they're trying to get the Swampert back up to full with leftovers. That's really clever. That's really clever because Slowbro's regenerator means it takes no damage from this all told. That's really interesting. They're going to sack the Moltres Galar so they can get in their Zapdos Galar on the Urshifu, but if you go to Zapdos Galar here, it's now at 6% health. So it's looking like it's over. Ravioli going to call it. That's game one. Curious to see who they bring in as a counter pick at this point, though. Mono Dark could definitely work, actually. If you want to break a defensive team like this, Tapu Fini is pretty troublesome. Maybe if you're trying to beat this team, I mean, Electric would do the trick, of course. But that's risky too. Grass would do the trick too, but I don't think Don's bringing water. I would not be surprised if Don brings a Steel or a Flying, in which case you'd be pretty well equipped with a Thunder or Electric attack. Honestly, like, yeah, like bringing Electric would work against Water, Electric, and even kind of Steel. And Flying, sorry. That would be my pick if I was Ravioli here. But we'll see what they bring. Grand Finals, set 2. You know what? I'm happy this happened. Ravioli Kid, of course, one of our own. But I'm happy to see the bracket reset because it means more content, more fun, and more hype. Nothing like a game 2. Reset it. Don's 1-1. Ravioli's 1-1. Who's going to take it all home? $15 on the line right now. So much is going to come down to this one matchup. It is a bit of a matchup fish, but let's see what happens right here. Ground versus Psychic. Ravioli bringing Psychic is ballsy for sure. And Don bringing the good old ground. I like it. Now, in terms of matchups to watch out for, I gotta admit, Extradel's looking very, 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 very good right now. There's an eject button on Hippowdon here. That's a great play from Ravioli because you cannot go to your Slowbro your Excadrill right now. So the eject button just got completely wasted turn 1 there. The best advantage you have as a team like this is getting the gravity combo with the eject button Hippowdon. Just got wasted for Rocks there. Now Rocks can be very useful, but they couldn't go to Excadrill there because it would not be able to break a Slowbro, bandit or not. Slowking comes in on the Sludge Wave. Earth Power will probably do about 40-50% here, but Slowking can't really fire back. Their only second move is going to be Future Sight, maybe Scald, but that's not going to break either. However, Mamoswine Assault Vest is going to come in instead. I would have definitely gone for a ground attack there, but this covered the possible Latias swap in too very nicely. Knockoff, big hit there. Will that 2-hit KO? With Sand, it certainly will. So this knockoff on Mamoswine is a huge swing too. We thought it might be superpower, but this is great. There goes the Scarf on Latias. Latias dead. Excadrill might now sweep the game. Ravioli looking really rough. Is this not even Assault Vest anymore? What a swing. Oh my gosh. So it's gotta be Victini, unless this was a Scarf Mamoswine the whole time. Lele comes in. Possible candidate to be Scarf too. If it's Specs, it'll break anything short of Excadrill. I don't think we'll see an Excadrill swap in at this point to begin with. Gastrodon gets 2 at KO too. I would wager they sack the Mamoswine so they can scout at the set maybe. But we don't know what the same Mamoswine Sweat is. Mamoswine Sweat. Ew, that's a gross thought. Mamoswine Sweat would be disgusting. We don't know what its set is either. Tapu Lele looks... If not for the Tapu Fini, or so the Excadrill, it would be in a great spot, but I'm thinking of a different team with the AV Mamo. Okay, that makes sense. We've seen a lot of mono ground so far, so definitely a different team then. Might be banded then. That'd explain the knockoff much better, because knockoff I don't think you normally see on Assault Vest. Makes that mid ground to Slowbro a little bit, or the Slowking Galar a little bit odder, but still, they're thinking it through right now. In terms of what they want to keep the Mamoswine alive. If it's not Assault Vest, I would probably sack it here, were that me. But then again, it's pretty useful for Jirachi and Slowking Galar. But you got lots of things to break Slowking Galar. That's not even really a question at this point. Nidoking comes in on the Psychic. It's going to die for sure. They're looking for a Moonblast, I want to bet. There's Excadrill right here. Banded. Nobody's taking this EQ. It's 2-hit KOing everybody. It's Okoing Tapu Lele. You don't even have to overpredict with the Iron Head or whatever here. EQ's just claiming one. It should take quite a bit from the Psychic if they opted for that route. It depends what the Victini is too, of course. I prefer Heavy Duty Boots Victini. That's a Scarf Latias. So it's probably a Specs Lele. Slowbro's the sack they opt for here. Kind of makes sense, I guess, because it's not answering too much at this point anyways when it was at that low health. They wouldn't get a chance to slack off through the course of this game. Very, very high tempo game to see at this stage. So now we're going to see Victini isn't scarfed, but it does have speed. And it should be able to break Powdon, but not Gastrodon, importantly. So, do you U-turn on the Gastrodon? Do you V-create? Gastrodon, yeah, it takes it quite well, unfortunately. The substitute is a cool tech. Not going to answer it so well. We're going to see a swap into... Slowking Galar would have worked there too, but you could get EQ'd right now. Yeah, man, this is actually a much rougher matchup than we thought for Ravioli Kid. They kind of had a possible answer with the Latias alive, but it just died way too early. It's looking very, very difficult, especially with another perspective Sand Rush sweep. I don't really know what they can do at this point. Too late to join. This is grand finals there, Jimin. Sorry about that. Much too late. Next Monday at the same time, though, at 9 p.m. EST, we'll be hosting another one. So hope to see you then. But yeah, I mean, even Gastron at this point kind of sweeps. It kind of does sweep at this point. Oops, is my phone going off? We'll see Extra will come in now on the Iron Head. Yep, another EQ I would want to bet here. Yeah, I don't even need to. Get up the Sand Rush. Victini's back. Heavy Duty Boots. Just gonna hit Powder on here, honestly. If it dies, so who cares? Monotype again next week, please. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Lele comes in. It needs to... If it was a Scarf Lele this whole time, and it crit everything, maybe it wins. But no, Gastrodon would handle it then. So, looks like that is that. Looks like that's that. Thank you everyone so much for joining the tournament. Our biggest one yet. I'm not sure yet if next week is going to be Monotype or AAA or whatever. But I do know on this Saturday at 3 p.m. EST, we're going to be hosting a pretty big pot. I'm not sure it's at least 10 because I'm putting in 10, but I think Pokeland is putting a bit of money into it as well. Double elimination, random battles, the epitome of just a fun, chill tournament. We'll do that. We'll play some Pokemon Snap. Should be a fun time. I'm also back on Wednesday with another stream. And yeah, I think it's going to cut it here. Ravioli, great run from them. Unfortunately, we couldn't see them take it home, but they definitely had a fantastic run. And I'll have to message Don Salvatore, who's been entering almost all these tournaments. So it's really cool to see them grind it out and come out on top. Very, very cool stuff. Couldn't go to a more deserving player here. And they kind of specialized in two typings. That's what I want to say. You don't necessarily have to play every type, but they were good with the water, they were good with the ground, and they used the two of them interchangeably. Here we go. Powdon comes in, Sand Rush to take it. It actually brought it pretty close, actually, considering how rough things looked there. Quite close, I'd say. You go to Lando on the sack, makes sense. Eska takes it with anything it clicks. Great. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next week. See you guys on Wednesday too.